Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. So today I wanted to hurry and do a little recap of what happened in the stock market again today. So this morning we got some news from Goldman Sachs actually talking about there possibly being a fourth rate hike from the Federal Reserve for the funds rate from them rather than 3, which sent some panic through the market, including the Dow Jones, which has been showing the most resistance to it. So it was a little interesting to see the Dow pull down on this news as well. But yeah, we saw some substantial pain in especially tech stocks again. And, you know, we saw the 10-year rise some more, and really the S&P and the NASDAQ took quite a big hit. And what we saw was around the middle of the day, the falling had actually kind of stopped, and we wound up finding a little bit of a floor in a lot of these stocks. And towards the later part of the session, we wound up actually finishing flat to just barely down or just barely up on a lot of these stocks. So it was quite interesting to wind up having that happen to where that news kind of like first came out, and then the market kind of processed it and absorbed it, and then we come out and we wound up finishing basically flat. But to me, I think that's kind of an indicator of what we might even get a little bit more tomorrow on Tuesday. Because really, we don't have the market moving catalyst until Wednesday. And so that's what I want you guys to remember, is that Wednesday is going to be the important day this week. And in my opinion, Wednesday is going to basically set up the next month until the next CPI read, when we get the CPI reading. So the CPI reading is basically the market's measurement or an index that's supposed to measure inflation. A lot of people seem to not like it. A lot of other people do like it. Myself, I feel like it's one of the only gauges that we really have as far as an index goes for inflation. That is kind of commonly used by the market, and so the market seems to react the most to the CPI read. So just because of that, the CPI read is the one that I use, and it's the most important one to me, okay? So anyway, continuing on, we have an expectation on that CPI read of a 7% rate for inflation, or a 7.1%, one of the two. You'll have to check me on that. But that is our expectation. So here's the two scenarios that we have. We could either come in below that rate, or we could come in above that rate, right? So if we come in below that rate, I think that's actually going to be possibly a positive tone for the market. Not even possibly. I'm pretty much certain that's going to be a really positive tone for the market. And if we get a good CPI read, I hope you guys are all in, because I'm all in actually myself. But if we get a good CPI read, then the markets are going to take off, and we're probably going to have a little bit of a rally off of that. And people are going to feel like, okay, things are going good again. You know, inflation's coming down. We might get back to that nominal 2% here when the expectations of the Fed said. Maybe the Fed's right? Now, if we come in above that and we have the hottest CPI read that we've ever had ever, and I mean, the expectations already would make it the highest CPI read that we've had, well, not ever, but for at least like a decade, I'm pretty sure. Then you know, the market's not going to take that very positively. I think even if we just meet expectations, we might have a flat to down day even still. But if we go over that, man, I'm pretty sure we'll have a really big red day once more, and there's a good chance that until next month's CPI reading, unless some piece of news comes out between now and then we'll wind up having a pretty bearish market until then as well. So anyway, the only other thing that I really see coming up tomorrow, just on the topic of there not being much, but I'm pretty sure that Powell actually does speak a little bit tomorrow, some speech or something like that, but I'm not really certain what he's going to touch on. That might move more markets short term, in my opinion, but I really think that the market isn't going to be moving until Wednesday when we get that catalyst for the CPI read. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this content, and I hope you guys have enjoyed that last video that I put out. I really got a lot of views on that one for the SoFi video, talking about its charter being denied and the Super Bowl and everything like that around it. So I really do appreciate all the support that I got for that video. It's really awesome to see how it took off like that in the first 24 hours, and we wound up getting 1,000 views. So I wanted to welcome all you new subscribers. Thank you for you know, subscribing to the channel, and I hope that you guys find some value in the content that I'm able to produce for you guys. I'm working on a deep dive video right now, actually, for SoFi, where I'm actually going to kind of do a huge compilation of a huge fundamental analysis on the company. So that way, any of you guys who aren't fully caught up on your fundamental analysis of SoFi, or maybe you just don't have a real fundamental analysis of SoFi and you're kind of just relying off of what the media portrays, I want to be the source for you guys to be able to get that kind of information. I'm just going to have one big video that you can sit down, watch, and have a really good grasp of what SoFi as a company is fundamentally. and where we can expect to see them in the future. And I'll also be giving my my own future valuation and price targets for SoFi, and we'll see how they go. Anyway, guys, so if you're interested in any of that content, then make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. And if you did like this video today, go ahead and hit the like button as well, as it does help the YouTube algorithm find this video, and helps other people around the world who are interested in the same kind of content find it as well. So it helps the channel out quite a lot. Anyway, guys, you have a great rest of your night, and we'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.